Good morning, it's Mrs. Orak joining you today. And today for math, we are going to be on lesson 5. So you've been learning all about measurement conversions, either they're conversions that have to do with weight or conversions that have to do with length. And today we're going to be exploring those. Now in your workbook, you have your problem set and you also have your homework. Today, the lesson will be mostly focused on the homework. You're totally welcome to do the problem set after the homework if you want to do that, just to get extra practice. It is not required that you do so. And then make sure you also do the IXL lessons that are attached for this week or included for this week because they are important to do. All right. I'm super excited for today's lesson. And to start off today, I am going to be inviting you into my kitchen. Here we go. Hi, fourth graders. It's Mrs. Orak. Today for math, you are focusing on practicing strategies when it comes to measurement. So you've seen all sorts of different strategies in last week's videos and you've been practicing them already, and we've worked with pounds and ounces and inches and centimeters and feet and yards. And today in my kitchen, we are going to be making one of my favorite things. I make a lot of smoothie bowls. So if you haven't had a smoothie bowl, you're missing out because they're really yummy. So it's kind of fun because you get to make a yummy, healthy smoothie bowl and then you get to decorate it how you want. So you're totally welcome to join me. If you don't want to join me in your own kitchen as you watch this, you can just watch. I'm going to be talking about converting between different types of measurement and using things in your kitchen. So yeah, let's get started. Hi friends, I hope you can see me. Still, I had to back up a little bit and I'm going to talk a little louder. Now, today what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a really good blender. My favorite blender is a Vitamix. Blendtec is also good. There's a lot of great ones out there. But anyway, this one I think is the holy grail. Yeah, and as you can see, I like a lot of red. My classroom is red, for those that have been in my classroom all year. So you're gonna need a few things. So first thing you're gonna need, I'm gonna come up and show you as well. You're going to need a cup. We're gonna start out with a cup of bananas. We're going to make a kind of like a blueberry muffiny tasting smoothie bowl. Okay, so all right, so first start out with a cup of bananas. It can be frozen bananas or it can be sliced bananas, and what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pop 1 cup of bananas in your blender. All right, okay, I'm gonna set that back there. Now you can also just set it down if that's easier. Okay, so I have the 1 cup of bananas. Then I'm going to do 2 times as many basically the measurement, 2 times as many bananas as I did here, and do that 2 times as many for frozen fruit, okay? And in this case, I'm using frozen blueberries. So since I'm doing 2 times as many, I have to say, what's 1 cup times 2? That's going to be 2 cups, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my frozen blueberries here. Here is 1. And just to show you, I'm actually going to put it in a glass measuring dish here. And this is 1 cup, and I said 2 times as many blueberries, right? Frozen blueberries or whatever frozen fruit you want to use. And I'm gonna do another, wow, that was overflowing. Hello. So now I have my 2nd cup of blueberries. All right, so since I showed you that I have 2 cups now, blueberries, because it was 1 times 2, which is 2. I now have 2 cups of frozen fruit. Let's double check. I'm going to flip it over because on one side it's milliliters and liters, right? And then on this side, it's going to be cups. So check it out. Yep, I'm at the 2 cups mark. You know what's interesting? This is a quart. So that's gonna measure up to a quart. So what's half of a quart? I don't think it says it on here. It doesn't. So I'm gonna talk to you about it. Half of a quart is 2 cups, okay? 2 cups is what? It's a pint. So here we have a pint. So there we went and converted from cups to pints. So now we have 1 pint or 2 cups of frozen blueberries. I'm gonna put that in here, okay? And now I want you to do twice as many blueberries of some sort of milk or liquid, okay? So I said 2 times as many the first time, now I'm saying twice as many. Twice as many and 2 times as many is the same thing, okay? So since I had 2 cups of blueberries and I want twice as many blueberries, the measurement of blueberries of liquid, I'm gonna say what's 2 cups times 2? Well, that's 4 cups. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour my almond milk. And you know what I do is I don't wanna waste all my almond milk, so I'm gonna do just 2 cups of almond milk and probably 2 cups of water. I'll be right back. All right, my friends, so I have my measuring glass measuring bowl here. Now, sorry, I'm checking out my dog, seeing if she's being naughty or not. Okay, so here I said 2 times as many as 2. So it's 2 times 2, that's 4. So 4 cups is 2 pints. So 4 cups, remember, is 2 pints, and it's also, what does it say here? 1 quart. So we have 1 quart of liquid. It's going to be pretty liquidy, but I'm going to be adding in some sort of protein powder to sort of thicken it back up. You got my shoe. Hey, bring that back. I'm gonna pour that in there, and I'm gonna go grab my shoe that my puppy stole. Puppies like shoes, huh, Pearl? You like shoes? Do you like shoes? All right, friends, so check it out. We've added in quite a few. The cool thing is about these is that it's also telling me that this is, if I look at it on one side, it's liters. On this side, it tells me that I'm about, I would say, getting close to, it says 5 cups. So I have 5 cups of fluids here, okay, in my lovely little blender. And I've used a lot of stuff in here today. So I want to make sure to add some sort of, I don't know, something else in there to thicken it up. So I'm actually going to add this, it's called some sort of like blueberry muffin protein mix. So I'm just going to dump that in here. Okay, I'm doing 2 scoops. Most of these cups in these protein bottles are like, I don't know, vary between a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup, but that one looks more like a 1/2 cup. So last step right here, let's go ahead and turn on our blender. So I mentioned how I had added about 5 cups, 5 to kind of 6 cups, because I added the protein powder in here of ingredients. And when it comes to blenders, it's going to create a lot of foam and air. It's aerating as it's blending. So now I'm all the way up to 8, you can't see it, but it says 8 cups here. That means that this is 1/2 gallon, because a whole gallon is 16 cups. So because of all the air that it introduced, it was blending really quickly. I now have 8 cups. That's crazy. Okay, so I have 1/2 gallon here of smoothie. If you want to make it thicker, you would simply just add more frozen fruit, more frozen blueberries. I'm going to keep mine pretty liquidy because I'm going to make it into a bowl with just some like fun stuff on top, granola or whatever you want to put in there, and also just drink it. Cool. All right, friends, I'm going to show you a couple things I'm going to be adding to my smoothie bowl on top. These are all real food powders. Basically, this is called blue spirulina powder, and it is basically made from like chlorophyll of plants. They just take the blue out of it. I know, sounds weird. So it kind of tastes like a plant. This right here is like a turmeric-y kind of yellow herb. And this right here is like an acai sort of berry, like a berry powder, so it's kind of purpley. All right, friends, I hope you had fun. I always do when I share what I'm doing or creating. And it's really amazing how food is so integral and important when it comes to measurement. You have to know how to convert your measurements when you're cooking, especially. I am going to show you a video clip of how you can use the homework to really understand how to convert. Part of the task today says to work with a partner on your different strategies, but since you don't have a partner, what you're going to do is you're going to be working with a family member. Do your work and then have them look at it and see if you're right, because an older person, usually a sibling or a parent or a grandma or whoever, they're going to know because they're experienced when it comes to converting measurements.
Is fourth grade, module 7, lesson 5, and I am in my car because my office is too noisy, so I'm making a quick video in my car. So in this lesson, we are going to share and critique peer strategy. So basically, parents and teachers, at this point, we're kind of reviewing the content that we've been learning so far, all the conversions, measurements, and lengths, and time, and all that. And now we're going to give our students some problems to do and let the students compare their methods, their solution methods. While all of these problems, they all have the same answer, they can be solved in a variety of different ways. And so this lesson is really where we get to have fun with allowing students to share their different ways of solving it. And it's a great opportunity for students to appreciate the work and the thinking of each other. So let's get started. All right, so in this problem, it says Tommy drank 2 quarts of water yesterday. He drank twice as much water today as he drank yesterday. How many cups of water? So let's see. He drank 2 quarts of water yesterday. That seems pretty important. He drank twice as much water today as he drank yesterday. So now let's draw that. So we have yesterday and we have today. And yesterday he drank 2 quarts of water. And then it says today he drank twice as much water today as he drank yesterday. So we need twice as much. So instead of having 2, we're going to have 4. And so each of these is a quart. So that's 1 quart, 1 quart, 1 quart, 1 quart, 1 quart, 1 quart. All right, so there we go. So all together we have 6 quarts. Now the big question is, how many cups of water did Timmy drink in those 2 days? So we see that we have all together, we have 6 quarts. And well, that kind of looks like a B, doesn't it? 6 quarts. And so remember, good queens prefer chocolate. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. 1, 4, 8, 16. So we know that when you have 4 quarts, you have 16 cups. So how do you go from quarts to cups? Well, you times by 4, and that gives you the number of cups. And so if we have 6 quarts, you times that by 4, that gives you 24 cups. That's one way to do it. There's other ways to solve this problem, parents and teachers, but this is one way to explain it. Another way you could think of it is each quart is 4 cups. So if you really wanted to, another way you could have done it is a student might have said, well, this is 4 cups, 4 cups, 4 cups, 4 cups, 4 cups, 4 cups. And that's another way to think of it as 4 times 6 quarts. So here, Lisa recorded a 2-hour television show. That might be important, so let me underline that. And then when she watched it, she skipped the commercials, and it took her 84 minutes to watch the show. So that seems important, so let's do that. And then the question is, How many minutes did she save by skipping the commercials? All right, so we have this 2-hour television show. So that's our 2 hours. And it only took her 84 minutes to watch the show. So let's call this 84 minutes. And so this junk right here are the commercials. And we want to know, well, how many minutes is the commercials? Well, the big thing is we need to convert the hours to minutes. So 2 hours is 60 plus 60. 60 plus 60. So that gives us 120 minutes because each hour is 60 minutes. So this is really 120 minutes. And so if we want to figure out the commercials, all we have to do is 120 subtract 84, and that will give us our minutes of commercials. All right, parents and teachers, we're now talking about pounds and ounces. Totally unfamiliar for our students, so you may need some sort of conversion chart, like common measurement charts. Make those available. In fact, during this unit, it would be useful if you had them up on the wall so students could constantly refer to them. So we have Jason, he bought 2 pounds of cashews, so that seems important, so let's underline it. And then Sarah, she ate 9 ounces, that seems important, so let's underline it. And then David ate 2 ounces more than Sarah, so that also seems pretty important, so let's underline it. So we're kind of underlining everything. And this speaks to why math word problems are so hard. Every single stinking sentence is important for the kids. And that's a different kind of reading than if you're reading Harry Potter, where you can skip some sentences and still understand the story. You can skip entire paragraphs and still understand the story. That's not the truth. It's not the same story when you're doing math word problems. Every sentence and sometimes every word is important. So parents and teachers, give your kids a break if they're struggling with word problems. It's because reading is so hard in a math word problem. Last sentence here, how many ounces were left in Jason's bag of cashews? So we've got 3 characters. We've got Jason, we've got Sarah, and we've got David. All right, now Jason, he bought 2 pounds. I don't know what 2 pounds looks like. So let's just say there is our 2 pounds. Now Sarah, she ate 9 ounces. So what does 9 ounces look like? It doesn't really matter. We're just going to say, okay, here is 9 ounces. So let's do that in blue. So that's 9 ounces. And then it says, David ate 2 ounces more than Sarah. So that means we're going to start with Sarah, which is 9 ounces, but then we're going to add in an extra 2. So David is 9 ounces plus an extra 2. So David is really a total of 11 ounces. And then how many ounces are left in Jason's bag? So first thing we need to do is figure out, well, how much did Sarah and David eat? Well, 9 plus 11. 9 plus 11 equals 20 ounces, all right? We need to know that 1 pound, 1 lb, is equal to 16 oz. So 1 lb is equal to 16 ounces. So 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Bonus to you guys, if you know why we abbreviate the word pounds with lb. I think that's interesting, huh? Pound has no L or B, and yet that's the abbreviation. So crazy, the English language. So anyway, so 2 pounds would be 32 ounces because 16 plus 16 plus another 16 gives us 32 ounces. So if this whole thing that David has is 32 ounces. So let me I'm going to zoom in and we're going to write that down. That's 32 ounces. And there we go. And they ate 20 of those ounces. So 32 minus 20 is going to give us 12 ounces that are still left in the bag. And the last problem for this video is a cool one because we get to invent the problem. It says write a problem of your own that could be solved using this diagram. So it looks like you have 3 characters. Looks like this character is exactly twice as long as character 1. So let's do A, B, and C. So that could be like Aaron or Adam, Barbara, and Chris. So Adam, Barbara, and Chris. There you go. Adam, Barbara, and Chris. And Adam is 5 feet. And then Barbara is twice as long, so it's 10 feet. So we're definitely not talking about their heights. Maybe we're talking about how far they can jump. And Barbara can do twice as far as Adam. And then Chris is almost as long as Barbara, but it looks like it's 10 inches less. So maybe we could say Adam jumped 5 feet, Barbara jumped twice as long, Chris jumped 10 inches less than Barbara. And then this thing means we want to know the total of just Barbara and Chris. So what is the combined distance of Barbara and Chris's jump? There you go. There's a potential word problem that we can do. And that wraps up 4th grade Module 7, Lesson 5, solving some really interesting word problems.
Okay, friends, I hope you had fun today with the lesson, and I was really excited to be back here with you, and I'm excited for this week. Math is going to be lots of fun, and don't forget to do all the things required on your checklist, and I will see you mañana. Adios.